In this video I'm going to talk about preposition contraction, and I'm going to do it for Dutch instead of English because English doesn't really have all that much interesting going on there. But this is a very gentle subset of Dutch, like all the lexicon is supposed to be understandable if you understand English. So let's see what kind of sentences we get. So yeah, the wine is cold, the white blood is blue, and the cat breaks a beer. So yeah, just if you don't speak Dutch, just imagine that it's English with a bit strange orthography, right? So I have a very minimal subset, like this morphology here is like just the minimal things. You have noun, gender, and adjectives like re, but hardly anything else. But yeah, that's not what we're going to concentrate on today. If you're curious how I made this, then you should watch the series about morphology. Okay, so now let's see the problem. So let's comment out some pronouns. Let's see if we get, yes, here we get a sentence. Hij breekt hij op hij. So he breaks him on him. And here we see that this form, op hij, so this is incorrect. So when we have a preposition like op, on, and a third person pronoun, then it should not be like just you're supposed to repeat the pronoun, preposition and the pronoun, but they should merge. So instead of op hij, this should be op. Yeah, and by the way, also this should be an object pronoun here. We're going to deal with both. So now, this is a case of thing that affects both prepositions and pronouns. So if we take, for instance, the preposition with, which is met in Dutch, the form, if you say with it, with him, with her, it should, even the preposition itself changes to form may. Okay, so now another question, how to deal with this. Let's look at the GF categories. So I've prepared, if we look at the linkats here, we have the Pron and the Prep categories. Here they are so far just single strings, I mean a record with a string, but we need to add some more parameters there. Okay, so let's just give us some space to think. Think out loud before writing GF. What kind of forms do we need? So for these pronouns, he, pron, we would need the forms, the nominative, hij, the accusative, hem, and then all of these forms that come with the preposition. Okay, and what do we need? For she, we need similar things. Sorry, not that. No. So for she, we need nominative zij, accusative haar, and then again the same forms. So this actually suggests that maybe it's not the best thing to actually store these in the entries for pronouns, but maybe we could put them in the prepositions instead. So let's see what kind of, if we put them in prep, would have the forms in and in. So because it would still be in when it combines with anything else, like in the cat would be like in the cat. Okay, so I'm deciding that I'm going to put these forms, op, in, may, into the category of preposition. I might as well put it in here, but I decided to do this because I believe this is going to be like less work to do it. Okay, so now we're going to put in a preposition. So we're going to need more fields here. So should it be an inflection table, or should it be some other forms, other fields in the record? So there's one thing that I actually forgot to mention. So not all prepositions have this behavior. So here we have the preposition without Sonder. That one does not contract with any of the pronouns. So it would be Sonder, hem, Sonder har, Sonder här, and so forth. So there we don't put that form. So that this is a completely arbitrary decision, but it feels to me kind of sort of more like it feels more logical to not put an inflection table here if many of the prepositions actually don't have anything meaningful in it. So I'm going to add 2 more fields. I'm going to have like the contraction form, which is a string, and then a boolean. Does it contract or not? Actually, we don't even. I'm going to, instead of boolean, I'm going to just write our own type. Let's make a parameter prep type contracts or no contraction. So I just think this is going to be clearer than like trying to remember like, oh, is it true if it contracts, or is it true if it doesn't contract? So let's call this PT prep type. Okay, so now we have this in a different field. So I'm going to, maybe later on this is going to make more sense, but so then so let's see, before we make actually changes to the MK prep, let's see what do we want to put here. So, well, we need to put the 2 forms, so in, and yes, it contracts, op, op, and it does contract, met, may, and it does contract, and Sonder. So now, like that's the thing I would have felt kind of strange to put a form in an inflection table, but I can just put it in a different field. It kind of feels different to me. So I'm just going to put an empty string, or I could put also something like something like, you know, if we get this in some linearization, we know something has gone wrong. Yeah, let's have a sad smile. And then this one is no contr. Okay, so now we know how we want to call this, and now let's just make the type signature support this. So string, another string, prep type to preposition, and so let's call it like this. Okay, let's see if this compiles. Yeah, it did. Well, we can even linearize some of the prepositions. So let's see, with prep. So it's, yeah, it has the S field here and the contracting form RMA. And yeah, this one doesn't have that. Yeah. So now let's see, what do we need to change in the pronouns? So yeah, we decided to not include these forms, so we're going to just need case basically. So case, nominative, accusative, and pronoun will be an inflection table. Case to string, and here let's add another string, so we can call them non-ac. Then yes, it's going to be a table. Okay, and yes, so now I'm getting the errors here. Oh right, I'm actually also getting the error in use pron. Okay, let's comment it out for now because we're interested in these low level categories. If I'm doing something on lexical categories, it's completely normal that, you know, the syntactical categories, syntactic functions are getting errors. So. No, I thought I commented out. Oh, it was wrong function. That's why. Use pron here. Yes, now I'm getting errors in mk pron. So here we just added the accusative. So, hi, hem, zij, haar. You know, it's just like English. Okay, right, now it works. Okay, so right. Now that I know that these work, now let's take care of use pron. So what does it do? It takes a pronoun and makes it into an NP. And now let's look at the error in detail. Missing record fields, S type of pron. Expected, S record with a single string. Inferred, a record with an inflection table case to string. So what's the problem? It's because this function use pron is constructing an NP, and we're giving it something that, like, we're just telling that, okay, whatever we give you, we just return the same thing. And well, like the compiler expects that this returns an NP, which is just this record with a string. So either we can change it like this, pron.s, let's pick nominative here. Okay, this gets rid of the error, but actually this is not a smart thing to do because we do need the cases even in the NP level. So we actually need to change the linget of NP to the same thing as the pronoun. So it also needs to be an inflection table. And now that we did this, we're going to get a bunch of new errors. So it's everything that uses or returns an NP. So let's take this one by one. Let's see everything that uses an NP. Compl v2. So we know, okay, we're going to take the accusative. Okay, uses an NP, prep NP. Oh, actually, this is the, let's save this for the last because this is the actual thing we're going to fix. Prep, this is like that's where the action will happen. And let's go to det.cn. Okay, so det.cn makes an NP out of determiner and cn. So if you remember, we added pronoun and we added case to NP just because NPs can come either out of cn's or pronouns. And we know that, okay, it's only pronouns that have case. So we can just make this table like this only needs to be table syntactically, like where all branches of the table are going to have the same string. So it's enough to do this. Yes, okay. And at NP, now we're down to functions that use NP. So at NP takes an NP and makes it into an utterance. And utterance is just a single record with a single string. So we can do this. Oh, after NP, yes, it's good to fix the right function. And let's just say it's always nominative. And now we only have this one left, Pred VPS. And we can, so in this case, the MP is a subject, so we can always say that it's nominative. Yes, so now everything works except for prep MP.